Blessings, aligning souls. Enlightened man of God, Shavana Harris here, spiritual leader. Here again with another soul perspective. Yes, so a superlative day to all. And yes, I pray all is as well as can be. So, the topic for today will be what I would consider a controversial one for many: religion. We're discussing religion. Yes, so what is religion? What does religion mean to you? And from the soul's perspective, religion is basically a culture of beliefs surrounding the explanation of creation, or let's say the mystical spiritual aspect of creation, divine in a sense, and how basically we should operate from the understanding of divine or God or the superlative being that is felt, and how we go about interacting with the physical aspect of life through said understandings. But it's basically a set of beliefs with parameters that guides or attempts to guide you through the physical life here on earth, right? While religion has its importance in doing its best to conceptualize or insightfully make indications for the spiritual realms or the non-physical realms, in essence, explaining source or the entirety of creation, God, every religion has one clear commonality. This commonality is more on the disadvantageous side of religion, which is once you put a perimeter around creation at all, you are working in limitation. Understandably so, because it's an experience that we're having here physically of separation and limitation. So we are limited. So whosoever is inspired by divine does relay the information through the limited physical form. It has to be interpreted from the worldview of the individual inspired, and the individual inspired with their worldview, again their philosophy, their belief system, can just do their best based on their experiences and what they can actually divinely remember, right? So it's basically their perspective. Whether it's from the soul, I believe some of it would be, but a lot of it again is from the ego. Most religions have extreme limitations and interpreted through a lot of fear-based beliefs, right? So any religion at all putting a perimeter around creation or trying to explain it, limiting anything, discarding anything, leaving out anything, essentially is basically not characterizing the truth of God. It's just just a perspective, a glimmer, a slimmer of what creation really is. But it does give an indication again of a worldview and how you can go about interacting, taking on different beliefs and identities, and interacting with the world in essence. So it does provide a level of guidance, right? However, it's about at this point where religion has more or less become, or is becoming obsolete, because the world is actually transforming now. More people are awakening and remembering, right? So there are way more people that are spiritually inspired or divinely inspired on this planet than there possibly has ever been in any other era, right? So the more people awake, they understand and come to the understanding that we actually cannot in this physical form conceptualize the fullness of creation. So it's pointless to limit it. It's best to just bask in the glory and the understanding that God is unquantifiable, and just go with the awesomeness of that and being an appreciation to know that you're a part of this and God needs you. Right? Source essentially values you like you can not quantify, right? Because you are one with source and source is one with you. So yes, religion of any kind has a perimeter and it indoctrinates. So I want to ask you, I would love for you to look within yourself and ask, most of these beliefs I have, let's say you're a Christian, right? Most relatable, I would say religion for this audience, I would assume. Yeah, so the beliefs you have, where did they come from? Did you originate with them? Did you born with them? Or were you taught them? Were you taught that these were the truths? Or this is the way things actually work? Or these are the facts? Right? Ask yourself, where did these beliefs come from? Where did you adapt this worldview? Is this something you remembered? Or is it something you were told? I would like to argue you were told this, which is basically what indoctrination is. Adapted beliefs. So basically, you're told who you are in many ways and how you're supposed to go about life. But I would argue that's a misguided concept based on where the world is going now. More into the light, as people awake. Who you are is something you remember. It's not something you're told. We're all sovereign souls. So adapting others' beliefs without actually freely doing so or feeling inspired to do so is clear indoctrination and in many ways imposition. But the person that has the most right to impose on any human being is the parents of said human being. Right? So I'm sharing soul perspective now, and I can put a limit or a cap on what I'm saying and say what I'm saying is the facts and this is how it goes, and it's I hold exclusive truth and what I'm saying is what is true. But I know that's not so because I'm not better than anyone. Alright? Did Jesus not teach, or Yeshua taught, what I can do you can do and more? The power of creation lies within you. I'm going to make a controversial statement. Jesus knows to this point that he's no better than anyone. Jesus' purpose was more about how he lived than his death. So I want to also argue when people cry the blood of Jesus, that's carnage. Terrible carnage. It's not about Jesus' death. And I argue Jesus didn't die for anyone. He lived as a representation of a higher being. How we can adopt these ways and become more true to self. Become more of the soul. Become more loving, creative, expansive, unified. It's not about the death of Jesus. It was more about the life and the embodiment. I argue. Yes. So religion did have its place, does have its place, but it's going to go obsolete as more and more individuals wake up to the absolute magnificence and unquantifiability of creation and how and their role in creation, and waking up and remembering who they are rather than being told or indoctrinated to believe who they are and wearing masks and giving the ego all this power to think it's the soul because of all these beliefs that has been ensnared within your mental capacity. If you're again listening to this is very new to a lot of people. This sounds crazy to a lot of people. They can't like conceptualize where did I get these things from. I want to share that my source in many ways is Yeshua, Jesus. And it's the same source as Jesus. Divine. I take my source from within. Divine itself. I've remembered who I am. I move from the soul. I mostly express the fruits of the soul while still in the physical form. So I have woken up and I've been enlightened to do my purpose as a spiritual leader. This is why I speak like this. This is why if you see me as confident and secure, this is the reason. I have no doubts in who I am. I don't pretend. It's difficult to be around me for many people because I am always honest. I represent honesty. I represent the light. I represent authenticity. And I love you guys unconditionally again. I always will appreciate you. I understand I'm just you, looking at you through another lens. Ultimately. And blessings and guidance. So I'll see you in the next one. My unconditional love.